Jim Bob Weiner. Okay, I can cross that through. We already talked about that. Tom said Weiner Meat. I can cross that out. Tom and his Weiner Meat.
Camping them softly, a podcast battle cry. The toxic teachers kicking asses low and high. His toxic reign of terror begins. When toxic can't, he always wins.
Hey, check it out, everybody. Hey, this is Camping Them Softly, episode number 26, hosted by me. I guess. Why do I say me? You know, whenever people call you and you say, who is it? They go, me. And you're like, who? Because you have a generic sounding voice. Anyway, it's me, the toxic teacher. And we've made it 26 episodes without being canceled, which is an accomplishment in and of itself. Hey, would I say a packed episode? I wouldn't say a packed episode. We have an episode that's got some stuff in it. And I never know how long these are going to be. You know, some of them are as short as like 20 minutes. Some of them are like 2 hours long. And that's part of the fun. We have no idea. You're going to have an idea by the time this uploads because you'll see it. But as of right now, have no earthly idea as to what's going to happen. We have no fucking clue. So we do have some stuff to talk about. We've got Casting of Frank Stone, which the demo is already out. It's coming out 2 days from now. This is recording on the 1st, which is Sunday. It should come out tomorrow, which is Monday, Labor Day, which would be the 2nd. And then we've got Casting of Frank Stone coming out on Tuesday, which is very exciting. I plan to stream it. We'll see how that goes. You know, it has Twitch integration. And we'll talk about that. You know, I've been talking about Supermassive Games a bit. We've also got some forum posts from our good friends. Wait, is this the better one? Oh, I thought I had the other one. Where's the other one? Okay, I can turn that one off, thank God. Anywho, and then we've got some forum posts. We've also got to talk about where all of our viewers are from, because you know I like to do that, and I know you guys hate it, but I don't give a shit. We've also got Nicky here with us again today, for better or worse. And by the way, you guys, last week, you had plenty to say about him going all satanic, which you know as well as I do, it would not be a good podcast if Satan wasn't involved in some way. So, okay, so here we go. So let's go ahead. We'll get started here. We can probably start out. I don't want to start out with the Frank Stone stuff because the demo just came out and there's some spoilers. Some people may not want to have it spoiled because they may want to be waiting for the full game. So I'm not going to start with that. That's going to come a little bit later in the episode. But I believe I can go ahead and start out with some shitty ass survivors say the stupid shit they say kind of. Yeah, there we go. Can I somehow put these together? This is probably not right. Okay, this one. There, that's probably better. There we go. Okay, so we could probably get, what was the guy's name? I forget the guy's name that I had used on that one before, if I could figure it out. That was the, because I've got all these voices, right? And I've got like my voices, you know, the ones I've saved. And I can't remember if it was Asher or Ronald, or I think it was Bill.
As we are liberated from...
Yes, it was Bill before. So I'm going to use Bill here. And the name of this post, and I know I'm just getting into it, man. We're getting into it quick here today. I'm like, I am all on fire. I took my pill, so I'm ready. So here we go. There is, oh, geez. What the fuck is this? Okay. Now, here we go. There's, let me get it. This is kind of a long post, and I'll give you
the different play
No,
styles,
stop it,
many
Bill.
players
Stop
on-
it, Bill. Bill, quit it. Quit it. All right, so the name of this post, or the title of this post, is called Slugging is Rampant because there are too few advantages to using hooks. I actually don't want to use Bill on this because Bill's kind of our like survivor, like our upset survivor voice. So I want to use...
Spend your whole life waiting.
Okay, yeah, let's use Jessica here. I think Jessica can probably do this. So this one's all about slugging and why slugging is so rampant.
Due to the
All right, so here we go. Slugging is rampant because what? There are too few advantages to using hooks. So we're gonna go over it with Jessica, and then we will stop from time to time and see what we think about what she has to say. All right, let's get her going.
Due to the different play styles, many players on the Asian servers are more interested in winning than having fun.
Okay, so apparently on the Asian servers, it's cutthroat. I didn't know that. Maybe our friend in Tokyo, Celestial, what was it? Celestial Sky, Celestial Moth, I believe it was, could give us a rundown on that as to if the Asian servers are a lot more competitive. I don't know.
Especially since the update, there are a lot of players on the Asian servers who play with a slugging style. There are also many camps.
I would assume they mean campers. Okay, so slugging in Asia, terrible epidemic. Here are the advantages. She says advantages.
No need to worry about dead hard. Off the record, reassurance, strike, etc.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about flashlights, stun grenades, broken hooks, body blocks, etc. These can be very frustrating.
That's true. I mean, for slugging, you don't have to worry about a lot of these perks. A lot of the counterplay that survivors have, you can't, if you do a primarily slugging play style, you're not going to have to face a lot of that stuff. So Jessica so far makes some good points. Jessica's not necessarily a survivor main though. So that, you can't totally discount what she's saying. No, that's not Jessica. Quit it. Okay, keep going.
No need to spend time walking to hang on a hook. You can quickly put pressure on the generator.
That's
no
true.
stress because there is no anti-face camp system. No quick or patient status.
Okay.
Give survivors more to-do lists when using knockouts.
Okay, so whenever you're using knockout, that might be a good slugging perk. That might be something to think about. How good is knockout if you're going to primarily slug? I'm guessing in solo queue it's going to be pretty good. With Swifts, not quite as much. But that's a pretty big list of advantages. Those are that's solid there. As to why would I, as a killer, want to switch to a slugging style rather than just straight up hook. So good point so far. So now Jessica's going to take us into the disadvantages of being a slugging killer.
Disadvantages. It takes 240 seconds to kill a survivor.
That's
but
a while.
Even when hanging on a hook, it takes 140 seconds max.
Now,
there is also the time
that is not insignificant. They're equating almost 140 seconds to 240 seconds. That's 2 minutes 20 seconds to my count, and that's to 4 minutes. That's almost double. So I would say to hook them is half the time is to slug them and bleed them out.
To walk to hang. Survivor feels boring.
Okay.
But that's how competitive games are. This is not a killer's concern, but BHVR's.
Thank you very much, Jessica, for that. Makes an excellent point. If Survivor feels boring, that's not our concern.
Give me a hell yeah! What?
We could give her a hell yeah,
What?
Jessica, because you're making the best point. We don't care if the survivors have a good. Why do we fucking care if you have a good time? I'm playing games. I play games so I can have a good time. I don't play games so somebody else can have a good time. Like, what's the point in that? Unless it's my friend, my buddy comes over and we're playing a game and I'm going to let him win because I played the game. You guys have all done that. You played a fucking MMA game. It just fucking, you played it 100 times, they played it once, you give them a little fighting chance so they have a good time. This is not that.
What in the hell is this crap?
No, that is essentially not what this is. I think that's kind of ridiculous. Anyway, let's keep going. Jessica, give us more good points.
Pain Resonance and Pop Goes the Weasel and so on are not active. But these perks keep getting weaker.
Another excellent point by Jessica, in my opinion. They keep nerfing all of our anti-gen perks. All of our gen slowdown perks are being nerfed into the ground. And so what are we supposed to do? Slugging is going to become more and more prevalent. Camping is going to become more and more prevalent because there is no good alternative. There is no strong alternative, because any strong alternative killers gets nerfed into the ground. So you've got to find something. And so if slugging becomes the number one, then that's just the way it is.
You got some kick-ass shit.
All right, so keep going, Jessica. Jessica is almost done here, but this is a very intelligent post, so keep going.
I think there needs to be more benefit to using hooks. Make barbecue and chili the default, for example.
Okay, that is excellent. Jessica, I cannot tell you enough how much I love this, how much I love you.
Give me a hell yeah.
I know it's loud, but we need it. It deserves the loudness. Make barbecue and chili default. Why would you not want to do that?
Let's do all the things that you want to do.
Jessica, I am with you. I am with you.
You're not down with that? We got 2 words for you.
So Jessica, perfect. Also, Jessica has one more thing.
I am not good at English, so I use DeepL translation.
I don't know what DeepL translation is, but that is a perfect statement right there. Guys, I don't know how you can argue against this. Make hooks more valuable so killers will use them. If you don't like them slugging, give them an incentive to do something else. And I think that's the problem that we're seeing with survivors in this survivor mindset, is that they're doing something too much, you have to nerf it. There's something called unintended consequences.
Tonight I truly will open up a can of whoop ass and show you exactly what.
Now, we've got to kick their ass somehow. That is our job. So we're going to do it somehow. We're going to get those kills somehow, because that's the point. If you keep taking away the ways that we can get kills, we're going to get more and more imaginative with it. That it's the way it works. It's the way it's always worked. And this whole thing of just nerf, it's whack-a-mole at some point. And that just, it's not going well, I don't think. And it's causing a lot of problems on both sides, I think. And it leads to a less healthy community, and it leads to a less healthy game overall. And again, I put that 100% on the survivors. There we go. Yeah. So let's go to the next thing. That didn't last as long. I thought there were going to be a lot of posts. I went down my list of potential posts because I don't like to read them all. That way I don't know exactly what's going to happen. But it looks like it's just, oh my God. Okay, so I was just looking down the list. Let me see here. BL1. What is BL1? Killers could stand to struggle a bit more. Genuinely don't see a reason for BL1 and New Wiggle. I don't know what BL1 is. What the fuck is BL1? Bloodlust one. What the fuck? I don't, no one takes hope anymore, and Made for This is bad. I don't see why killers should get BL1, Bloodlust 1. I forget the original justification for reworking Wiggle, but with hooks respawning, I don't see why we need New Wiggle. If a killer wants to greed for a Scourge hook, there should be more risk. Oh, jeez. Okay. Let me see. It just, I can't. This person, this is part of the problem. You get rid of bloodlust, they're gonna find some way to make that up. Killers will find a way. It's kind of like a Jurassic Park, right? With Jeff Goldblum, where he says life finds a way, right? Life is gonna find a way. Killers will fucking find a way. And that's just the way it works. So, yeah. So that's that. That was short. I thought it was gonna be longer. But it wasn't longer. It was shorter.
That's what she said.
So anyway, I think we can get now into our stats and are looking at where our people are from, our locations. And I want to thank from the last episode, I want to thank Baku. Again, you guys decided to come back. Frankfurt, hopefully you enjoyed our little lowdown on Frankfurt, Germany. Calistoga, California, thanks for coming by. Brattleboro keeps listening to this. I don't know why. You're probably there with Willow, Moonbeam, or whatever it was. I remember 0 of those names. Vancouver over on the West Coast. Falmouth in Cornwall. I don't know if you've been by, but I appreciate that. St. Catharines, Ontario, thank you for coming. Antrim and Newtonbury, you're always there. Zarnovica. Zarnovica, you've been by here. I believe you have. I need to look. I'm going to copy and paste Zarnovica in here. Is in Slovakia. I think we already looked at Zarnovica. Zarnovica. And then where was the one I was going to look at? I need to know more about Falmouth. Falmouth? Is it Falmouth? Falmouth. I'm going to repeat it over and over again.
What in the hell is this crap?
Falmouth and Cornwall. I don't even know where fucking Cornwall is. Cornwall. Why do they call it Cornwall? Why is it not Cornhole? Okay, so tell me. Hang on, we'll have to ask Nicky. Tell me about Falmouth, Cornwall, curse in every sentence. I don't think I had it to where Nicky cursed that much. So I'm going to have to change it to where Nicky cursed a little bit more. Oh, God. Here we go. Whoa. It says this content might violate usage policies. Why? Wait. Tell me about Falmouth, Cornwall. Okay. I don't know why it said, like, it generated a response. Oh my God, no, the response it generated was extremely offensive. I can't even say it, and I don't. Yeah, oh my God. Okay, it used the phrase inbred, and I don't know if that's okay to say. I'm not going to. I have a line. I don't have much of a line, but there's a line that I've got. It takes a lot to go over that line. I feel like that might be getting really fucking close to that line. So
everything in the universe goes.
Stop it, Nicky, darling, Nicky. Okay, here we go. Nicky, tell us without using the phrase inbred yokels. Tell us about Falmouth, Cornwall. Oh God, that I couldn't. It was right.
So you want to?
What, Nicky? Stop it real quick. I'm in the middle of a fucking sentence. It violated a usage policy, I think, on the AI. So it might violate some kind of podcast usage policy. And I'm not trying to get banned yet. We're at episode 26. We've been doing this for 6 fucking months. I'm not trying to lose it yet. Anyway, back to it. I didn't even do the where are the fucking viewers from, did we? I thought we were going to, and we didn't. News. I'm going to do news. If I search that, because I still have not downloaded it. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, this one's kind of cool. No, that's not it. Where the fuck is it? Is this it? No. Hey, I like this one. It's the news.
It's fun, explain this shit.
It's the news.
Then tunnel, and I'll never quit.
I won't quit. Here we go. Here we go.
News.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking news. Fucking toxic.
Yeah. Toxic news. Oh, bitch.
News. Fucking toxic news. Fucking the fucking news. It's toxic.
Yeah.
It's the news.
Yep.
It's the toxic fucking news.
Oh, yeah. See, it's kind of disco. That's fun, right? Okay, that's cool. Anywho, yeah, I end on that. All right. So we're going, that wasn't even the news. What am I doing? That wasn't even the news. I'm playing the news song for the geography. Where are our viewers fucking from? That's why I couldn't fucking find it. Anyway.
What in the hell is this crap?
So let's go back. Nicky, you're going to tell us about Falmouth, Cornwall without using the phrase inbred yokels. Please do so now.
So you want to know about Falmouth, Cornwall, huh? All right, I'll give you the scoop. Without all the colorful language this time. Falmouth is a port town on the south.
I got Nicky. Thank you for not doing it with the colorful language. Keep going.
Falmouth is a port town on the southwest coast of Cornwall, England. It's
Okay.
known for its deep natural harbor, one of the largest in the world,
Oh,
which makes it a key spot
okay.
for maritime activity.
Oh, it's a key
The
spot.
town's got a rich history tied
Oh.
to shipbuilding and maritime trade.
Hey, so that means our listeners from there could be shipbuilders. They could be working on a ship right now, like fucking working on the mast or something. Like what? I imagine like with one of those big fucking hammers, you know, doing the old school like steel nails like into the wooden hull so they could fight the fucking Americans. You know, impressment. That was the War of 1812, you dummies. You don't know anything. Anyway, keep going. War of 1812. Keep going.
And today it's a popular spot for tourists who want to soak up some seaside charm.
I like seaside charm.
The town's got a bunch of stuff to see, like
Does it?
Pendennis Castle.
Pendennis
Henry
Castle. What is Pendennis Castle?
VIII built to defend against invasions. And the
Oh,
National Maritime Museum, Cornwall, where you
Ooh.
can learn all about the area's seafaring history.
oh, that's fun. That's
Falmouth's
fun.
also
What the fuck? Where'd you go, Nicky? Nicky, where are you, Nicky? I don't know what happened
What?
to. Whoa,
sailing
shit!
with events like the Falmouth Week Regatta drawing in boat enthusiasts from all over.
Oh.
The vibe in Falmouth is laid back with a mix of
Slow
traditional
down,
Cornish
Nicky.
culture and a more modern artsy feel thanks to the presence of Falmouth University.
Oh, Falmouth.
The town's got a bunch of beaches nearby like
Does it?
Gillingvays Beach, which is great for a
Gillingvays.
day out.
Well, hold on. Shut up for a second. Gillingvays Beach. Let me spell Gillingvays for you, by the way. Okay, I'm going to spell it. Think about this as I'm spelling. I want you to imagine this word being spelled. If you're one of those people who has an internal monologue, and by the way, off topic, did you know that certain people don't have an internal monologue in their head? Have you ever heard this before? Because think about this. Whenever you're thinking, okay, we're going off topic here, but stay with me, okay? Whenever you're thinking, whenever you have thoughts, are you like me? You actually think the words in your head. You're like saying those words out loud in your head. So if I think, man, I've got to stream tonight. I've got to edit this. I've got to get all my fart sounds on the right soundboard. I've got to, I want to play Hunt Showdown, get the battle pass. Like, I think those words actually come into my mind in sequential order, like telling myself sentences or like near complete sentences. And for some people, they have none of that. That shit does not even happen in their head. I don't know what goes on, but there are some people that say they have no internal monologue. I don't even get how thought happens. But if you're the type that does have an internal monologue and can picture things in your head, listen to this spelling. Gillingvays Beach. Gylly. Okay? Gylly V-A-S-E. Gilling Vase. There, I don't, G-Y-L-L-Y. Gilly, I guess. And then Vase is N-G-V-A-S-E. Gilling Vase Beach. Which, here we go. Keep going.
And the surrounding area is full of beautiful coastal walks and nature spots. So, whether you're into history, boating, or just want to chill by the sea with some fresh seafood, Falmouth's got a bit of everything.
Well, there you go. Falmouth's got some fun there. So I'm gonna ask Nicky now. I'm gonna say, what's the worst thing? What is the worst thing about Falmouth? It's so funny because Nicky went on this, like, whenever I said curse in every sentence, he went on a rant about the people in Falmouth like you wouldn't believe. It was almost nasty. It was like fucking, like he had, like his parents had been killed in Falmouth or something. Okay, Nicky, what's the worst thing about Falmouth? Let us know, please.
The worst thing about Falmouth?
Yes. Why do you sound like you're
Easy. It's got to be the tourist invasion every summer.
Oh, wow.
The place gets swamped with people turning the quiet seaside town into a chaotic mess.
Really?
The streets get packed. Parking becomes a nightmare. And you can barely move without bumping into someone.
Bumping into a Falmouthian.
Locals probably get tired of seeing their favorite spots overrun by out-of-towners.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Who don't know how to order fish and chips properly.
How do you order fish and chips properly?
If you're not a fan of crowds,
what?
That might be the thing that grinds your gears the most about Falmouth.
But how do you order fish and chips properly? Question mark. Oh, God. Well, hang on. Here's what I'm going to do. Hey, here's what I'm going to do. How do you order fish and chips properly? Curse in every sentence. Fish and chips properly. This is going to be curse in every sentence. Okay, I'm probably going to get banned from this AI program. Oh, Jesus Christ. Actually, he doesn't. Okay. All right. Well, that's not that bad. I thought he was going to get worse, but he did not. All right, here we go. And Nicky, are you working on your answer now? So how do you order fish and chips properly? In curse form.
All right. So you want to order fish and chips like a damn pro?
Yes.
Here's how you do it.
How?
Pick your freaking fish.
Okay.
You got cod, haddock, or whatever the hell they got.
Bass.
Cod's the classic. So don't overthink the damn thing. Say it like you mean it.
I do.
Just bark out cod and chips.
Cod and
or whatever
chips.
the hell you want.
Oh, sorry.
No need for fancy crap.
Okay.
Salt and vinegar?
Yes.
You bet your ass.
Oh, I do bet my ass.
When they ask if you want salt and vinegar,
I do.
You better say, hell yes, I do.
Oh, hell yes, I do.
That's how you get the proper flavor.
Oh.
None of that
you have
bland
to say,
garbage.
hell yes, I do. Keep going,
Don't skip on the extra.
Oh, shit.
If you want mushy peas or curry sauce, don't be a wuss. Order that crap like you own the place.
I want mushy peas.
Pay up and get the hell out of there. No one likes a slow poke at the chippy.
At
over
the
the
chippy?
And scram before you hold up the
line.
line.
No one likes a slow poke
now
at the chippy.
Now you're ready to eat your fish and chips like a true badass.
Well, nobody likes a slow poke at the chippy. I have no fucking clue what that means. What does at the chippy mean? I'm going to have to now see at the chippy. I have no fucking idea what that means. What is a chippy in the UK? A store selling fish and chips. Who the fuck would have known
What
that?
in the hell is this crap?
Okay, so anyway, there we go. Don't be a slowpoke at the chippy. Jesus Christ. Falmouth, Cornwall, thank you for coming by. I appreciate everyone in Falmouth, Cornwall. You are everything I could possibly want you to be. And a little... Oh, it stopped. See, it's not fun to talk that way. Whenever the music stops. Anyway, okay, so now we're ready for some news. If I can get the fucking news song correct. No! Where's my news song? How long does it take to get some fucking news? Here, is this it? No. Okay, that's... I can't find it. No. No, God. Is this? Okay, this is good enough. Sure. I am going to explain this shit. Yeah, it's a fucking news. Okay, I'm not too big onto that one. Nah, that's not doing it for me. But anyway, we do have some news. And our news is the casting of Frank Stone. And so let me give you an update here on casting of Frank Stone. Okay, so the demo came out a couple of days ago. I'm not sure what day it was released. I'm getting on Steam right now to see if I can see that. I started yesterday and I finished up today. It only took me 48 minutes to play the demo. So if you guys have about an hour, I don't know that I found everything. I kind of went at my own pace. I found a couple of small like Easter eggs or like collectibles, but nothing crazy. There was more to find, but I just didn't find it. So anyway, let me I want to go into kind of what it is and, my thoughts on there. So I'm going to warn you before we get into the big spoilers, because I don't want you to get something spoiled. So anyway, the casting of Frank Stone is published by Behavior. It's not created by Behavior. It's published by Behavior and was created by Supermassive Games. And they're the ones who did Until Dawn and the Dark Pictures anthology, which includes Man of Medan, Little Hope. What's the fucking third one? The third one was the best one. I can't even think. House of the fucking something. Let me see. Dark Pictures anthology. I'm going to have to look at it. How could I? It was the best one. It was called, was that The Devil in Me, or was that the fourth one? Hang on, let me see. Is there a new one out also? No. Oh shit, there is a new one coming out called Directive 8020, which looks like it takes place in the future. Oh, the one I'm thinking about, the third one that's really good, is called House of Ashes. And you do not have to play those games in order. Until Dawn is its own separate thing from the Dark Pictures anthology. It was like the first big one they came out with. These are far smaller games, don't take nearly as long, and they're really well paced. But to give you an idea, they're more like the old school adventure games in the sense that you make decisions that alter the path of the story, and if a character dies in the game keeps going just without that character, but it does change the story because they're no longer there. So all of the scenes that involve them are different. So there was like a boyfriend girlfriend thing in the first one, because it's about, in Man of Medan, it's about they're on they make their way to a ship. They're like going out for a scuba fucking thing, and it's like college kids, and it's like a drunk and the nerd, and it's a fucking like one of those type of movies. They find an abandoned ship that's apparently haunted, okay? And so in my playthrough, one of the characters died because I made a bad decision. And the story went through. My buddy plays the exact same game. The character survived, but he had someone else die from a decision he made, and I made the exact opposite decision. Turned out the endings we got were totally different. The games went in entirely different directions, and he was like, "Hey, did you ever see X?" I was like, I never even knew the X existed. I don't remember what it was, but it was because my story never went to like that part of the ship or whatever. So that's kind of the way these Supermassive Games works. Now, let's go back to casting of Frank Stone. Frank Stone is a game that's set in the Dead by Daylight universe. So it actually takes place in the same universe where the entity has, created this other realm and is pulling people in to basically suck all of the emotional energy and life. And I know I'm butchering the story of Dead by Daylight here, but that's the way I understand it. So that's what it is, right? So this is in the same universe, so it's got a lot of the same feel and vibe of Dead by Daylight, but it is a super massive game where you what am I thinking? Where you make these decisions, where the storyline changes as well. So this is where the spoilers come in. So spoiler alert. Spoiler.
Give me a hell.
Hang on. Spoiler alert! I don't know how to make it more obvious that there are spoilers coming. So anyway, I'll go. I did take some notes here, and if you guys have played through the demo, which, like I said, took me about 48 minutes to do, if you played through the demo, you may have seen some of this stuff. You may have not. I haven't looked into it enough to know if the decisions in the demo really even matter. But the way it works, it starts out in 1963 at this steel mill in Oregon. And you play a police officer, and I even forget his name. I didn't even write his name down because I didn't think that was really important to the story. Might be later. But the way it starts out is you got this creepy dude in the steel mill. You have this baby crying, and you've got this dog / monster / thing making noise and blah. And then you see through the first person of the dog monster thing, like running around. And before that, you have an intro speech from a creepy woman talking about how she's going to change the planet or something like that. So that's a setup. Okay, so anyway, concerned about the baby. We want to know more about this baby and what's going on with this baby. Why is this baby in a steel mill, and why is there a demon dog running around? So the first scene, you're the cop, right? And you're in the guard shack with this old dude named Tom. Okay, this old, he reminds me of my dad. His name is Tom. And he's got nose hair coming out, which my dad had. And he's just my dad wasn't a drunk, but this guy is a drunk. And so you question this guy, and you can choose kind of the line of questioning. Do you want to be more of an ass, or do you want to be more kind of accommodating? And the thing is that one of the big things is that you see the flask in his fucking desk. So he's been drinking, or he's currently drunk. I didn't question him on the drinking, but you could if you wanted to. And then there's a little scene at the end of the conversation where it zooms in on Chekhov's flask, and then he closes the drawer there. So, Chekhov's gun. For those of you who actually know something, Chekhov's gun is, if they show a picture of a gun or they talk about a gun in a book, that gun is going to be used somehow, or it's somehow important. Yes, exactly. So we go out of the thing. Okay, so we go out of the guard shack. The cop, what's his name? Officer Brody, I guess. I don't remember his name. Officer Falmouth Cornwall. Officer John T. Falmouth Cornwall, you take control of him, and you're doing the walking. And so it's like, L.A. Noire or any of these games. You're walking around, you got your little flashlight. It's creepy. You can find some little trinkets here and there, some little hidden things. It does a good job of setting up the atmosphere because you're in this steel mill. There's weird sounds. There's the fucking monster dog. You can hear that thing kind of walking around. And so anyway... Officer John T. Falmouth Cornwall eventually makes it deeper into the steel mill, and old drunk Cooter, John T. Cooter, I don't know why they have the same first name and same middle initial. What was the guy's name? The old offensive coordinator for the Detroit line, Jim Bob Cooter. That's his name. Old Jim Bob Cooter is here with John T. Falmouth Cornwall, and Jim Bob is a warning about the dog. The monster thing was a Doberman pinscher. That was the thing, okay? So anyway, you go deeper into the steel mill, and you find the dog, and it's eating a mound of flesh and bones, and you don't know what it is. And I believe I was not paying attention at this particular part of the game. And I wasn't looking at the subtitles. I always turn subtitles on. I was looking away from the screen for some reason, but it sounded like because John T. Falmouth Cornwall, Officer John T. Falmouth Cornwall, bends down because the dog, the Doberman Pinscher monster dog, runs away. And Jim Bob Cooter's upset that the Doberman monster dog ran away and wanted you to be able to meet the dog to be on good terms with the Doberman Pinscher monster dog. But he's upset, so you bend down and you're like checking out this mass of flesh and bone. And Jim Bob Cooter says, and what I think he said was, "What is that? Is that some wiener meat?" As you're pulling an ear out of the blob of flesh and bone, he asks if it's wiener meat. And I'm not sure if I just heard that or if that was the actual line. I'm actually Frank Stone. Actually, I do not know how to Google this. Frank Stone dialogue script meat. Maybe he says the casting of Frank Stone. It doesn't say here. I wish it would have said it. Does he say wiener meat? Hang on, let me see. Is there a... Did he... Okay, it does not... Okay, somebody talks about stuttering, absolute ass performance. Did the guy say wiener meat? I'm putting it in the Steam forum. Did the guy say wiener meat, or is it just me? It sounded like the drunken, what was the guy's name? I can't remember his name. Fucking Tom? Oh, his name was Tom. It sounded like Tom used the phrase wiener meat to describe the pile of flesh and bone that officer, okay. Did he say that? Or did I just hear that? Okay. Spoiler. It sounded like Tom used the phrase wiener meat. Did he say that, or did I just hear that? I don't know. We're gonna see if this is answered here. People are not answering very quickly, and I don't even see my question posted in here. Hang on, let me go back. I want to see it. Where'd it go? I posted it. I posted the question. I want to know if he said wiener meat. Well, I think maybe it's not letting me put wiener in it. Oh, Jesus Christ. It is. The wiener meat's in there. Oh, thank God we've got the wiener meat in there.
That's what she said.
Okay, so, where was I? Okay, so Officer John T. fucking, I can't even remember the name I said, Falmouth Cornwall, pulls an ear out of the fucking flesh and bone broth, and so the Tom, formerly known as Jim Bob Cooter, asks, "Is that the kid?" And you know it's a baby, right? I think the officer knew it was a baby, and so I, as the officer, said, "No, that's not the baby because that's a big ear. That's a teenager ear," I think is what he said. And so Jim Bob, Tom Cooter, says, "Oh God, now see, I'm starting to forget I'm starting to forget exactly what happened. So I'm starting to fill in the blanks myself, which is probably more entertaining than actually playing the game." So anyway, they find a grate that goes down into like the underneath of the steel mill. Okay, and there's like sounds coming from underneath. We don't know what those sounds are, but it sounds scary. So Officer John T. Falmouth Cornwall decides, I'm gonna go down in there into the scary part with zero backup and just a 6-shot like a revolver. And here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give the key to my squad car and the ear to Tom Cooter. Okay? And so whenever I give it to Cooter, he's gonna go call the cops. And we're supposed to trust Cooter that he's actually gonna do it. And
What in the hell is this crap?
I have no idea why Officer fucking Falmouth Cornwall would give Cooter his keys to his cop car and then tell him to get on the radio, because he probably doesn't even know what frequency to get on, to let the cops know that I'm getting ready. I'm John T. Falmouth Cornwall. I'm going to go into the underneath of this furnace, and I'm going to find this baby that may or may not be eaten by a Doberman Pinscher monster dog, okay? So that's what we're doing. So they give you skill checks just like they did in Dead by Daylight, right? You have to hit the space bar, and there's like quick time events, right? And depending on whether you do them or you fail them, different things happen in the story. Like in, I'm thinking of House of Ashes. That's why one of my characters died, was I failed a quick time event and he got eaten by a monster, I think is what happened. So there's got to be negatives if you fail some of these. What the fuck? My robot vacuum just responded to something I said. I don't even know what I said. Anyway, let's go back. So Jim Bob, no wait, I'm getting my people mixed up. John T. Falmouth Cornwall. I grab a fucking crowbar and I open the fucking grate to the underneath part of the fucking steel mill. Okay, so we go down the ladder, and of course the ladder fucking collapses. Before that, I gave the key in the ear to Tom Cooter and told him to go call the cops. And at that point, a little pop-up came up that says my fate had been changed because I trusted Tom Cooter with my life or something. Or I trusted him with the ear and the fucking, the ear and the keys to the car. Okay, so I'm taking notes as I'm writing. I got like a whole page of notes about this fucking 48 minutes a game. Jim Bob Weiner. Okay, I can cross that through. We already talked about that. Tom said Weiner Meat. I can cross that out. Tom and his Weiner Meat. We're done with his wiener. And then Tom Cooter, the Fate Tom Life Ear. Yeah, okay, we talked about that. We talked about the missing boy. We talked about didn't question his drinking. Okay, so his fate is in Tom's hands, I think is what it said. So that was one of the, like, the pathways. So I don't know what would have happened if I hadn't have given Tom Cooter the ear and the keys, but, you know, that might be for somebody else to find out. Anywho, we go down the ladder to the underneath part, like, it looks like a sewer, but it's like the tunnels underneath the steel mill. Okay, so we go down there, the ladder breaks, so we can't get up, right? That makes perfect fucking sense. It heightens tension. So anyway, you're going through, it's a maze, right? And you're seeing that there's like satanic rituals being performed down here, and you're hearing the sounds of fucking steel and Satan and things like that. And so, eventually, you work your way to this big fucking furnace room that looks like it came straight out of the depths of hell. It's like this enormous fucking furnace that is summoning a beast of gargantuan proportions. And you are there, and you will never survive this Cthulhuian horror that is a large furnace under an Oregon steel mill that is being guarded by Tom Cooter, who now is in possession of cop keys to a cop car and an ear of a supposedly teenage boy, and for sure not a child ear. Okay, so now we have a choice. You see the furnace, okay? So we've got the big monster furnace. Okay. And you see a ramp that goes up to the furnace, like one of those ramps, and it kind of zigzags back and forth going upwards to the furnace, or you see a platform that kind of goes past all that, and there's a ladder. Okay, so you've got the choice. Do you go up the ramp or do you go up the ladder? But wait, there's more. When you go up the ladder, before that, in like the wide angle shot, when you come in the room, you see that there's a sinister looking person near the ladder. So the question is, do you take the ladder? Do you go near the sinister person that may or may not be Tom Cooter? Or do you go up the ramp and risk Tom Cooter cooting you from afar? And that's the real question, is what do you do whenever you see a cooter? And you go up the ramp, or do you go up the ladder? And so I chose to go up the ladder. I'm going to approach Cooter as quickly as possible. So I go up the ladder, and it is most assuredly not Tom Cooter, or at least my Detective Falmouth Cornwall skills did not allow me to think that it was Tom Cooter. And I'm talking about me personally, not the officer John T. Falmouth Cornwall in the game. I'm talking about me, Toxic the player, did not think that that was Tom Cooter because the person was wearing the casting of Frank Stone helmet. Oh!
Give me a hell yeah!
Oh, wait, why did I want to do that?
Ahoy, ladies! I didn't see you there. Would
one.
you guys like to
So,
set sail on this
anyway,
ocean of flavor with me? I'll be the
fight
captain.
ensues
I'm Steve
between the titular casting of Frank Stone mascot and Officer John T. Falmouth Cornwall with plenty of skill checks back and forth, and it shows you there are different types of skill checks. There's like the one where you press spacebar, and there's another one where you have to like aim your cursor fast enough to get it to do whatever. So a fight ensues. There's punching and kicking, and the revolver gets knocked out of the hand of John T. Falmouth Cornwall, and then I hit a normal skill check when I probably should have hit a great skill check, and the not Tom Cooter Frank Stone picks me up with his Herculean strength and impales me by the shoulder. I'm saying me, but I'm saying it on behalf of John T. Falmouth Cornwall. Impales me on a beam that is sticking out, so I have it going through my shoulder, and I'm hanging there a la Dead by Daylight from a hook. And supposedly not Tom Cooter, Frank Stone, goes towards the baby, and I am faced with more skill checks, or John T. Falmouth Cornwall is faced with more skill checks, and I pass those skill checks, and I unimpale myself from the beam and fall to the ground on these, like we're above the furnace, we're above the magma, the searing magma that is doing God knows what underneath there. By the way, in the middle of the catwalk above the furnace is a crib with a baby. I totally forgot that part. So the Frank Stone Tom Cooter hybrid monster beast is now going for the baby. And you are faced with more skill checks as John T. Falmouth Cornwall, and you are crawling across the ground to get to your revolver, which is a few feet away. So you hit the skill checks over and over, and Tom Cooter, not John Cooter. John Cooter could be related, but John T. Falmouth Cornwall is African American, and Tom Cooter Frank Stone is not African American. At least he doesn't appear to be so. So you hit the skill checks, end up getting the gun, or at least I do, and get up and you start to shoot Tom Stone Cooter face in the face. What? What
in the hell is this crap?
So you shoot him, and you shoot him in the head, and he falls over, and he falls into the searing magma and becomes impaled through the mouth. And he looks almost like the Dredge. I don't know if that was a callback to the Dredge, but he is impaled, and then John T. Falmouth Cornwall has a saying. He's like, "Get beat that motherfucker," I think is what he says. I think the last word is motherfucker. And he sees the woman from the very beginning talking about bringing in the new world, and he passes out. And then it says, "Your fate has changed because you shot Frank Stone and saved the baby. And that was the Frank Stone. That was a dramatic reenactment of the Frank Stone demo prologue.
You got some kick-ass shit.
Oh, sexy girlfriend.
So that's all I've got. I need to make a song about this of some kind. Give me a song about the Frank. Hang on, can the AI actually, can you write me song lyrics about the casting of Frank Stone video game? Okay. Oh wait, I'm actually doing it as Nicky. Oh my god. This doesn't, these lyrics are terrible. Frank Stone. That doesn't, these lyrics, a gritty rock anthem. This is terrible. Okay. So that was just, yeah, okay. But a favorite Frank Stone game. There's only one Frank Stone game. Hey, so here's what I did. The AI, I had it, I asked it, what is your favorite? Well, okay, so let me back up. So whenever you're chatting with the AI, it gives you AI suggestions as to what to ask the AI. And so it suggested, what is your favorite Frank Stone game? There is only one Frank Stone game. So here's what it said. I don't understand. Is there...
Oh, you want to know which Frank Stone game takes the cake, huh? Well, if I gotta pick, it's gotta be Frank Stone Streets of Vengeance. That one's a freaking masterpiece.
It is?
You got Frank taking on the whole damn city, fighting corrupt cops, mob bosses, and all sorts of scumbags. The storyline?
What?
Pure gold.
It is?
Frank's out for revenge, and he ain't taking no prisoners.
Is this a
The
sequel?
gameplay's tight, with brutal combat and those sweet stealth takedowns.
Like, how does it come up
Plus,
with
the
this?
soundtrack, it's like they ripped it straight out of an action flick from the 80s. So yeah,
What the
Streets
fuck?
of Vengeance is where Frank Stone really shines. Ain't no better way to unleash your inner tough guy.
Is Frank Stone, is Streets of Vengeance like the prequel to the casting of Frank Stone? He fought crooked cops, and now John T. Falmouth Cornwall's coming for him. Coming and get the child, get the baby. Somebody's gonna save the baby. Anyway, so that was casting a Frank Stone demo. I appreciate you sitting through that garbage that you just heard.
Give me a hell yeah.
So, anyway,
What?
that's all I've got really for that. It is a super massive game. So if you played any of the super massive games, you're going to get more of that. It does excite me to see what this story is, just because I enjoy Dead by Daylight. I do want to know more about the story. I've never been big into the lore, although I may go read up on more of it now to get ready for Frank Stone. I may even stream some Frank Stone on Tuesday and Wednesday. See, Tuesday, Wednesday might be my 2 days to stream that this week. And then we'll also be streaming probably Monday evening as well, which would be tomorrow evening. If you're getting this on Monday morning, then it would be that night. Anyway, guys, you can find me Toxic Teacher TTV. You can also find me on YouTube, The Toxic Teacher. I'm on Insta, I'm on X, I'm on, not on X, although I'm on something that's, what? Anyway, John T. On behalf of John T. Falmouth Calhoun, Rigginbottom, what was his name? Falmouth Cornwall, and Tom Cooter, Frank Stone, with our Doberman Pinscher hybrid child baby on top of a catwalk, above a furnace with a woman who's going to alter the planet, and for some reason she's wearing a cloak. I don't know why, but Tom Cooter may or may not be working for and using my car keys and the ear that I found from a pile of Weiner Meat. It makes more sense than the way I describe it. So just FYI, I would go play casting a Frank Stone demo, see what you think, let me know. Guys, you can email me, campingthemsoftly@gmail.com, thetoxicteacher@gmail.com, or you can also text us in the podcast link. Please remember 5 stars, all that bullshit. and give me a rate. Find me if you want to be on the show. If you have questions, just let me know. Next week, we should probably have some viewer mail. I have not been talking about the mail, but we've got a whole mailbox full of garbage that you guys will probably want to hear. And guess what? A lot of it's from survivors. Yes, that's about half of the emails.
What in the hell is this crap?
Yes, exactly. Hang on, can we go back to it? Can we go?
You gotta give him that hot spit on that thing.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm bringing it back. All right, guys, without further ado, I'm gonna come up with something better than get the fuck out of my face. I need to. But in the meantime, get the fuck out of my face.
Toxic teachers keeping them softly here to play every single fucking day. Toxic teachers keeping them softly making money by being fucking funny. Survivor, get out of the way. Keeping them softly, gonna make you pay. Survivors, get rid of the sass. Toxic's gonna kick that ass. Toxic teachers keeping them softly making money by being fucking funny. You better listen, download and rate it. Toxic 5 stars, even if you hate. He needs the money, he wants the fame, he wants the credit, but not the blame. It's the toxic teacher, camping them softly. Toxic and camping them softly, here to kick ass. Let's start the fucking class. Bitch, it's a toxic teacher.